Ladies and gentlemen, from the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice, Deacon Gerald Celente.
Hello, everybody. This is Deacon Gerald Celente of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice. Freedom taken away from us. Peace, not a peep about peace from the presidential candidates of the USSA. Not a peep about peace. No, only more war, only more war. And if you don't support Israel's genocide, you're a disgusting human being. That's their story. Peace, justice, freedom, all gone. Justice? No, just us. We get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, while the war criminals and thieves in the bank system could kill and steal all they want. And they get a slap on the wrist. How about that George E. Bush, huh? Lying us into the Iraq war. Facts are all there. Facts are all there that they were lying. How about bringing him up on war crime tribunals? And all the people that supported it, the Wolfowitzes, the Dick Cheneys, all the politicians that supported the lie. And how about the New York Times? Oh, yeah, article just came out. Times Company reports 13.6% jump in profit and more subscribers. More stupid people subscribe. We subscribe to this, by the way, so we can find out the lies being told. Because this is the newspaper that spread the big lie that Saddam Hussein had those uranium tubes or whatever that he was bringing in from Niger. Total lie, one more after another they support. And that's why you support the Trends Journal. We don't lie, we give you the facts and then tell you to think for yourself. So, as I said, peace is a dirty word. I have gotten death threats. And now I'm concerned that the FBI will be coming in here, stealing, robbing, pillaging, anything that they want, because I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. You think that's an exaggeration? How about this headline from Zero Hedge? This was August 7th. FBI raids New York home of ex-UN weapons inspector and anti-war pundit Scott Ritter. On Wednesday, the upstate New York home of Scott Ritter was raided by the FBI and state police. Yep. That's right. And this is a report. Former UN weapons inspector Scott Ritter has called the raid on his home by the FBI and state police, quote, a chilling effect of free speech. 100% correct. You are not allowed on the mainstream media. If you speak about peace on earth, you should go to hell, because that's where they want to send you, because they are hellish people. Not a word, not a single word in the mainstream media about peace. Not a single word from all these politicians and presidential candidates for peace. More war, more war. Yep. I will say that things like this have a chilling effect on free speech, Ritter said, adding that he believes, quote, there's no doubt that I'm being targeted because of statements I've made about U.S. policy in Ukraine. I'm not in violation of the Foreign Agent Registration Act. I've not done anything to do it. And hopefully, by executing the search warrant and taking the materials that they did, they will rapidly reach that conclusion. The idea that you have free speech right in America, when you execute it in a manner that the U.S. government takes exception to, and they launch a search warrant, that is an intimidation factor. Yep. He's been vocal about Israel's ongoing genocidal acts against the Palestinians. On Monday, this is before Ritter got the FBI coming to his house, he told Judge Andrew Napolitano on Judging Freedom that, quote, Israel has become literally the worst incarnation of what we could imagine Nazi Germany was like back in the day. When the Israelis jailed 9 soldiers for raping Palestinian prisoners, and the Israeli citizens rise up and say that the Talmud interpretation of the Jewish law says it's not a crime to rape non-Jewish and that those men should be freed. He said this is not only that, they've sent hundreds of people to the Palestinian prisons demanding to be allowed in so they can rape the Palestinian prisoners because they're permitted under Jewish law. This is reality happening in Israel right now. It's happening in Israel as we speak. It's happening on a daily basis. That's what's going on. Those are the facts. We report them in the Trends Journal. This is disgusting what's going on. Scott Ritter and Judge Napolitano are going to be speakers at our Peace and Freedom rally on September 28th. So please do what you can to come here. We must bring peace on earth because these demonic people have given us hell on earth. And Israel is going to keep expanding their war. You're not allowed to speak about freedom of speech, not only in America. Pro-Palestinian protesters fined in German court for using banned slogan. The German court ruled on Tuesday that the protester who shouted, quote, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," at a rally in Berlin in October, had condoned a criminal act, and she was fined $650. Her lawyer said, from my perspective, the slogan should never be part of a criminal investigation. If some people are unhappy with the phrase, they should be able to counter it with their own ideas. That is how a liberal democracy would work. But instead, the German state and Berlin are raining down with repression on pro-Palestinian movement. You're not allowed to say that. You're an anti-Semite. Freedom of speech? Liberal democracy? It's gone. Same thing, remember with the COVID war? If you disagreed with anything, it's misinformation. You're banned and charged. About what Scott Ritter said. This will be in your Trends Journal this week. Israeli media publishes video of soldiers raping Palestinian detainees. Footage shows soldiers hiding actions behind riot shields. And it shows them raping this guy, sticking metal pieces up his rectum. And the finance minister of Israel, Netanyahu's supporters, Smotrich, said that is on Monday, but starving 2 million Gazans, quote, to death may be, quote, right and moral thing to do. Isn't that nice? And then, as we go on the air, Israeli strikes on Gaza school, kills 15. Yep, keep bombing away at the schools. Only about 40,000 Palestinians are dead. Oh, yeah, but Hamas killed, on October 7th of last year, they killed over 1,000 Israelis. Well, they killed 40,000 Palestinians already and bombed the place into ruins. And again, Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper, shows that almost half of those people were killed by Israeli troops. Yeah. And this is from Haaretz, just to show you a little rundown of the massacre that Israel is causing and bringing the world closer to World War III's escalation into nuclear war. 4 military personnel wounded in Israeli air aggression targeting Syria's central region. Rescue services in Gaza report that 15 people killed in an Israeli attack. Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported Israel attacked a military depot. United States announced the arrival of U.S. Air Force jets in the Middle East. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Keep getting involved in this murderous war and supporting Israel. The U.S. has warned Iran that there is serious risk of consequences if they launch a large-scale attack against Israel. So Israel can kill anybody that they want. They have, quote, the right to defend themselves, and like the United States, slaughter people anywhere they want in the world. But when you attack them, then you're a terrorist and you deserve to be killed. Vice President Kamala Harris, foreign policy advisor, reaffirmed that she does not support an arms embargo on Israel. The aide said that Hamas did not express a willingness to discuss an arms embargo, and that Vice President said that Israel is able to ensure, the United States will ensure that Israel is able to defend itself. Nobody else has the right to. And then her husband said that they call him the second gentleman. Isn't that nice language, the second gentleman? What are you talking to? He said, we're witnessing the worst wave of Jew hatred the globe has experienced since World War II. Since the heinous terrorist attacks on October 7th, and the ensuing Israeli-Hamas war, we are witnessing the worst wave of Jewish hatred in the globe. When Jews are targeted because of their beliefs or identity, and when Israel is singled out because of anti-Jewish hatred, that is anti-Semitism. No, it's not. People are condemning Israel for their murderous acts in front of everybody's eyes for everyone to see. And when you condemn it, you are called an anti-Semite? Oh, Max Blumenthal and Anya Parenpo will be speakers at our Peace and Freedom rally. And again, here's the banner. You go to Occupypeace for more information. They're both Jewish. Yep. It's not hating Jewish people. It's hating what Israel is doing. And they're promoting that they are the chosen people and can do anything that they want. Yeah. We heard Netanyahu come out recently and saying that the land will be taken in Gaza, basically. In a New York Times article, a Time magazine article that just came out, Israel Netanyahu calls occupied West Bank, quote, part of our homeland. Isn't that nice? We have been saying this is genocide by definition, and how Trump's son-in-law called the West Bank valuable waterfront property. It's not your homeland. They want you to believe the lie that the world began and God gave them this land. How about if I don't believe in your God? Oh, I must be an anti-Semite. How come you don't believe in my God? I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. I have to believe in your God? Some fairy tale that God gave you this land and you're the chosen people? God's chosen people are people that live to the morality of God, not a religion, not an ethnicity. Oh, that's according to Naomi Wolf, a Jewish woman. Yeah. It's part of our homeland. We intend to stay there, Netanyahu said. Isn't that nice? I thought you were there to get Hamas out. No, we're there to steal more land in violation of the Geneva Convention and United Nations Article 242, as you keep stealing land all over, under the lie that God gave you this land. Just came out as we're going on the air. Live update. Netanyahu rejects U.S. calls for ceasefire deal. Yep. That's the reality. And those are the facts. 700,000-year-old remains of humanoid found. The discovery in Indonesia last week strengthens the hypothesis of hobbits that stood 1 meter tall and as an early ancestor was even shorter. The new findings dated back 700,000 years ago. I'm mentioning this because life did not begin when your Moses came down with 10 commandments and your fairy tale that God gave you this land. That's rewritten history of total BS. We have no idea of how long humans have been on Earth. And to keep selling this lie as you keep murdering people is a disgrace to the human race, which itself has become a disgrace. No peace allowed, only war. And they're ramping up the war, as we warned, in Ukraine. Now Ukraine has attacked into Russia. As we went on the air, Ukraine striking into Crimea. And the United States sending more weapons of death to keep it going, along with NATO. So don't do anything for peace. Watch the Olympics. See what Taylor Swift is doing. Front page of Friday's Wall Street Journal. Big front page picture. Taylor Swift's concerts were canceled because of threats. Yeah. That Palestinians are being slaughtered. That doesn't count. Do what you can or do nothing. Because if you do nothing, you will pay the price. Yep. Physically, morally, and spiritually. Physically, because they're going to wipe us out in nuclear war. Israel has 9 million people. Are they going to attack Iran with 91 million people? Oh, they're going to use the Samson option. That's right. They lose, they go nuclear. And they go nuclear, life on Earth is destroyed. So please do what you can. We're doing everything we can. Donate to freedom, peace, and justice. And please be here on September 28th at the Four Corners of Freedom. Again, here's the link. You go to occupypeace.com. There's all the information. And bring as many people as you can. Scott Ritter, Judge Napolitano, Max Blumenthal, Anya Parampal. We're going to have some music too. We want to bring up the spirit. Thank you for tuning in. Amen and amen.